Hi there, my beautiful humans, you amazing movers and shakers. This is Lesedi Ali, and welcome to my podcast on Lesedi Life. So, I have a really, really great topic today, and it's about having a magic wand. Ooh, right? I actually have a magic wand. If you have a magic wand, like this, subscribe, comment. So, with this particular magic wand, I want to know what you would change about your current reality, about your life. If you could change anything at all, like limitations were not there, woulda, coulda, shouldas aren't there, what would you change? Now, when you sit with that, the first thing for me that comes up, so the next question is, okay, what comes up after you think about the things you would change, right? I want to know what's the one thing you would change, because boy, a lot comes up for me that I want to change. I wouldn't have done this, and I probably wouldn't have done that, and I probably wouldn't have gone here, probably wouldn't have gone there. I'd have told this person off, I'd have told this person less, I'd have told this person more. There's a lot, right? But what's the one thing, the one thing that you would change? For me, I think the one thing that I would change is my accessibility. And what do I mean by that, right? So I would change the level at which I've allowed people to access me. From my past to my present, I'm definitely moving into that in my future. It took me a long time to learn the lessons that have made me more aware of this aspect of myself, but I would definitely change my accessibility. And it allows me to have in my mind more time for my kids, more awareness for my kids, more time for myself, more awareness for myself, being able to pour in more energy and focus into my projects, the things that are most important to me, my heart projects especially. My clients, accessibility in that area is really important too, because I don't want to spend all day with my clients. It's less time for my kids. I don't want to spend all day with my kids. It's less time for my clients. So finding that balance has been very different and difficult in different ways. The accessibility my kids have to me has been astronomical, because I want to be a present mom. Like, that's my biggest heartstring right there. The thing that tugs at my heart all the time is my kids having the accessibility that they need for me. Right now, my youngest is having a very hard time today. And he does not want anybody but mama. And it's not up to me to try and reason that away or rationalize it, or, make him feel bad for it, or even just take it away from him. But I want to be able to work with him through this thing on this day that he's having a hard time with. It matters to me. So, yeah, I would definitely change the level at which, I'm accessible, if that's the one thing that I would change in my reality. So what does that bring up for me, right? What does it make me think about? It makes me think about how much time I haven't given myself to go from maiden to mother. It was a conversation I was having with some other spiritual teachers and leaders, right? I don't ever think I really got that transition, because I was a second mom in the home, and if you latchkey kids, older siblings may be able to relate to that. And I had to grow up very fast, so I was the mother very early to my siblings, and then I rushed out into the world to try and put our family back together, to be their mother, to save them then, which intertwined itself in a very bad way, because I hadn't yet really lived my own life, and then only to go back to being a mother to my first child, which really was my saving grace. He came here on mission. I love my Nehemiah. So it definitely makes me think about that. And then it makes me think about the ways that I want to use this newfound knowledge and this newfound awareness to my benefit in the future, because I no longer have to neglect one thing or the other, or trade one thing for the other, in order to have the results that I know that I can have and that I really want to have. I just have to change up the level at which people access me, the level in which I'm accessible. So I've thought about and written down and journaled about how I'm going to maneuver and move these different things. And one of the biggest things that stands out for me is really, a schedule. I have alarms for everything, and a lot of communication, communication with my kids, communication with my clients, communication with the people in my life to make this thing work. Oh my goodness. Okay, so he's really making me pick him up. Okay, I don't want you in the camera, baby. And yeah, I know, I don't want you in the camera. Okay, you can't have that. It's spicy, you don't want that. So, and then other than what it makes us think about, right? If you were to change this one thing, what does it make you think about? So I did that. And then I wanted to talk also about what it makes you feel. At first, it made me feel, when I thought about the question, in its entirety, it made me feel very, anxious and almost fearful, and it's very teary-eyed because I'm thinking about all the different things that I've wanted to change and that I felt ashamed of and that needed fixing in my life, right? Or even just about myself. And then I reel that back in, and sit at peace with my ego and remind myself that these are, lessons and opportunities as opposed to things to be ashamed of, or things that I didn't do right or messed up on. Then I think about the one thing, and the one thing being my accessibility, and how that makes me feel to even fathom that I've just allowed myself to kind of just be willy-nilly, flippy-floppy, all over the place for everyone but me. It just makes me feel like I let myself down, I felt like a long time that I let myself down, and I could never figure out why I kept doing that. And it bothered me and it frustrated me. And, it's the worst thing to keep doing this one thing and you can't figure out how to stop it. I have a lot of empathy for people that go through that because, we're not stupid. We don't want to keep perpetuating this retarded cycle in our lives. It's just there, right? And then we figure things are happening to us and not for us. And then you get the golden ticket, okay? It's this one thing that you're allowing, this one thing that you're accepting, this one thing that makes you keep doing what you're doing, right? So then I take the power back in that. I go to the other side of the polarity, and the power in that feels good. It feels really good to know that I have schedules set for the kids and myself and my clients, and schedules set for when I'm gonna sit in and just be with myself. Even my time for myself even includes my time with God, my time with Source. Taking your power back in something that could feel so debilitating once upon a time is a very special thing, So that's what it makes me feel. It really makes me feel strong, and it makes me feel like I've learned, and it makes me feel wise, and it makes me feel powerful. Not only have I thought about this magic wand changing this one thing in my life and how I would do it or what it would be, I thought about what it makes me feel, and I thought about how to access it, how to make it a tangible goal. And a part of my life, a part of my waking life, my choices, my everyday processes, So if I leave you with anything at the end of this conversation, it's that, you too have your own magic wand, and you too can change that one thing that would change everything for you. You have that ability. And if you don't think you have it, pray for it. Pray for the strength, pray for the eyes, pray for the will, because it's there. And it's no sense in sitting on something so awesome, right? Maybe I'll share my magic wand with you guys one day. Like I said, I literally have one. It's so cool. It was handmade. But yeah, I love you guys. I hope you tune in soon. If this was at all as interesting and loving and awesome as it was for you, or as it was for me for you, definitely be sure to subscribe, like, share, comment. I'm always open to the conversations, and I will see you again very soon. All right. Thanks for tuning in. Love y'all. Namaste.